What's going on, everyone? My name is JX, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have February's champions. I'm really excited about these two just because I know them from the comics. You might know one of them from the MCU. It is a cool month, and we already knew the classes because of AEW, right? There was a missing tech and a missing mutant, and I literally said last video, I was like, bro, the tech is probably gonna be, either Bastion or Ironheart, and look who showed up, Ironheart. In fact, I was even looking at the narrative roadmap video from last year, and on my thumbnail, literally every single person I put on that thumbnail has came to the game, so it's really cool to finally see Ironheart join because she was one of the picks I had last year that I was pretty positive on, but then once we got the news of a regular Iron Man, I was like, well, hopefully next time. And so yeah, it's really exciting. Obviously, if you don't know who Dust is, we'll go over that in this video. Same with Ironheart, and yeah, so Dust obviously is a mutant, and then Ironheart's a tech. I'm really excited, and yeah, let's just get right into it. This is the first image we have. They're both the comic suits, because we were curious on if Ironheart would get the MCU, but she gets the comic suit, the better suit in my opinion. I love this sleek design, the colors of the highlights, the black gold, the pinkish red. I'm always confused by that color. It's like, I don't know what color that is. It's like a type of magenta, right? But yeah, it's really awesome. They're both from the champions. Dust, in fact, joined the champions when Ironheart was being controlled by Blackheart. And in fact, Mephisto was missing. You remember from November's quest, like Ushala said Mephisto was missing. So I wonder if Blackheart's gonna have to do with anything. But I don't know what Ultron's doing. Last time we saw the champions and the Young Avengers, they were like trying to fight Baron Zemo's the Masters of Evil. So maybe Ultron has to do with this. I don't know, but there's just something I'm really excited about because Kabam teasing this team. So I was like, dude, Ironheart's coming. Who does she come with? I was thinking Patriot, not this Patriot or Paraman, but something to think about. You also got Bronze, so we'll have to keep that in the have to think about that in the future. So let's start off with Dust first, because most of you probably don't know who she is. So she obviously is a mutant. She's born in Afghanistan, and became a mutant. Joined Charles's team, Xavier School, became an X-Men, and she's really cool, man. Like obviously her powers are sand related, dust related, quite similar to Sandman, who we have in game. But unlike Sandman, Sandman focuses on making compact sand and like punching you in the face with like super thick sand, compacting that sand. She's the opposite. She goes more into like the opposite of compacting sand, and like spreading the sand molecules and particles, and so it becomes like a spray of particles, and so she can kind of fly to a degree, and become more fluid in that aspect, and she does some cool stuff, bro. So she's obviously with the help of the X-Men defeated Nimrod, which if you know Nimrod, it's not really, it's very hard to defeat Nimrod. The dude just keeps coming back, so with the help of X-23 and a couple other mutants, they destroyed Nimrod, which is crazy. I mean, eventually came back, of course, but it's still a cool feat to destroy Nimrod. And of course there's another mutant who she just uses her sand powers to go inside the lungs and incapacitate somebody. Okay, so tell me that's not cool, right? Like, tell me that's not cool. Like, dude, like that. I love comics like that, especially like Iceman, like does like kind of the same thing. Freezes your organs or something. Like, dude, like that's just so that's so like gross, but so cool at the same time. Yeah, and Ironheart. Talk about Ironheart real quick. Ironheart, of course, you'll see from the MCU. And so yeah, she's Iron Man's protege. Iron Man was presumed to be dead, so she found an AI and started building her own Iron Man suits, and she became Ironheart. She got her name Ironheart actually from a tragedy that happened in her life. Her best friend and stepdad died. Her friend actually took a bullet to the heart in a drive-by, and so Ironheart is she got that name, and she's been really pretty popular in the Iron being another Iron Man variant. Is interesting to see on how Kabam are going to change her, change to make her so unique, because it's kind of like Spider-Man characters, right? There's so many Spider-Man characters, there's so many Iron Man variants, how is she going to be unique? But I'm sure she's going to be great, because why add her to the game if she's not, you know what I mean? But it's something cool to obviously predict her and her come. I'm curious on especially how she's going to compare to Iron Man from last year, because he obviously got that buff, that re-release as a champion, and how she's going to be different, dude. There's some cool things. Her being an inventor, on the fly, can kind of be different than Iron Man. Whether she builds something and plays with their opponents, it's just so cool to see, and especially Dust as well. Sandman plays one way, but she's gonna play completely opposite. But I'm either way, Tech and Mutant. I'm just so excited to get more mutants, man. It just makes me so happy. Obviously Dust get another Muslim character is just really cool. There's actually this cool moment in the comic where Dust is kind of struggling with harming people to save others. I think it's such a cool aspect because it's like how far are you willing to go to save others? It's kind of like that Batman morality. Like do you kill your enemies to stop future deaths and whatnot? And so in her comic she really struggles a lot with it. There's another moment like X-23 where she's like she's praying to wash the blood off her hands, and it's some really interesting moments that it's nice to read comics and just have these really human moments in comics. I think is awesome. And for just placements on my map, because I want to bring this up every month, I'm going to put her next to Jubilee. I think Jubilee and Sunspot and Psylocke, I think that's the best spot for her. I couldn't really find a spot with Angel, but I did move Dazzler next to Angel because they have some nice Archangel, but I'm referring to them as Angel for these purposes. So I think that's a cool connection with Dazzler. So I removed Mikkel Rasputin because I wasn't the biggest fan of it. And of course, Ironheart is where I predicted her last year, so she's staying there. But it's cool to see how they look, and I'm happy with this month, man. I think it's a great month. I'm excited to read the lore, the dialogue. It's gonna be a great month. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know. Are you excited for these new champions? Are you gonna chase them? Are you not? And if you're not happy, hopefully the champion you do want to come does come. There's no reason to hate and spread hate, especially on these two new champions. Just enjoy the game. Enjoy the game what you like, and or if you don't like, you don't gotta say anything, or maybe you do. Get some nice explanations. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.